Hello children. So today we are going to start with 9C 32 question number 32. So you can see over here it's written find the nth term of the GP, and the GP series is given to you and you have to find the 8th term. So now from the series you can find first term, that is A is equal to 6. R second term upon first term, that is 1.2 upon 6. Now I'm trying to remove the decimal. So I multiply numerator and denominator with 10. So that's how I got 12 upon 60. Now I divide, numerator and denominator with 6. As both the numbers, numerator and denominator are divisible by 6. So I get 2 upon 10. Now I want to find the 8th term and the nth term. Now formula for 8th term, I'm using a r raised to n minus 1. So a into r raised to 7. So I substitute a as 6, r as 2 upon 10, which I can write as 1 upon 5 raised to 7. Now, if you multiply 1 7 times, you're going to get 1. So 1 6 are 6. When you multiply 5 7 times, so as you know, when you multiply 5 2 times, you get 25. 4 times, you get 625. 625 into 125, you get 78125. Now you can keep this particular value as 6 upon 78125 for your exam. You're going to get full marks. If you want, you can divide also, but do not waste time. If in exam, just keep it like that. Leave it till here. Multiply 5 7 times and keep it till here. Now I have divided and I got the value as 0.0000768. Okay, children. So till here also, if you keep the final answer for 8th term as 6 upon 78125, it's fine. And now we go to the next question. In the next question, it's again GP is given to you minus 3 upon 4, 3 upon 16, minus 3 upon 64. And you have to find the 6th term. So here A is equal to minus 3 upon 4, R is equal to 3 upon 16 divided by minus 3 upon 4. When you change the division sign to multiplication, you take the reciprocal of this term. So you get 4 upon minus 3. 3 gets cancelled. 4 ones are 4 fours are 16. And you got 1 upon 4 and negative sign. So minus 1 upon 4. Okay. Now you got the value of R, you got the value of A from the series. Now you have to find the 6th term according to the question, and you have to also find the nth term. Okay, children. So now how to go about this? So as you know that the 6th term can also be written as A r raised to 5. So we substitute the value of A as minus 3 upon 4, R as minus 1 upon 4 raised to 5. Now you can see I have multiplied here 4 5 times. So 4 4s are 16, 16 16s are 256. So 4, when you multiply 4 times, you get 256. And then you multiply 256 with 4, you got 1024. Okay. Minus sign will remain. As you can see, index is odd. And whenever it is odd, negative sign is negative. And even negative becomes positive. So here negative remains as negative. When you multiply two negative sign, it becomes positive. So 3 ones are 3. Here we have got no sign, means it's positive. 4 into 1024. When you multiply, you get 4096. Okay. So now 3 upon 4096 you have got. Now you can keep this value for the 6th term as 3 upon 4096. You will be getting full marks in the exam. No need to carry out division. But here in this case, I have carried out division and I have written as 0.000732. But it's okay if you keep it like that, children. It's okay. You're going to get full marks. Okay. Now we go to the next part of the question. In the next part of the question, they have said find the nth term, that is an. So when you're finding an, it is a into r raised to n minus 1. Substituting the value of a as minus 3 upon 4, r as minus 1 upon 4 raised to n minus 1. So now what I have done is, you can see a raised to m upon a raised to n can be written as a raised to m minus n. If it is a raised to m minus n, I can write that as a raised to m divided by a raised to n. So that is what I have done. Minus 1 upon 4 raised to n divided by minus 1 upon 4. Now when division sign is there, if I want to make this sign multiplication, I take the reciprocal of this. So this is minus 4. Now this 4 and 4 gets cancelled off, and minus 3 into minus 1 becomes plus 3. Okay. So now plus 3 into minus 4, minus 1 upon 4 raised to n. So that, just keep it as your final answer, because you don't know what is n, whether it is odd or even. So you can't change this sign. So keep this entire bracket like that with negative sign, and just keep this answer as it is, 3 bracket minus 1 upon 4 raised to n. That's your final answer. So now you have got the answer for both the parts. Okay, children. Now we go to the next question. Insert 4 numbers between 1 upon 32 and 1. So the resulting sequence is in GP. Now you have to insert 4 numbers. The first number is given to you, the last number is given to you, and you have to insert 4 numbers between 1 upon 32 and 1. So the resulting sequence is in GP. For that, what I have written is a is equal to 1 upon 32. A raised to 6, how I got? See, now here, roughly I have written A1 is 1 upon 32. I want to insert 4 numbers. So A2, A3, A4, A5 becomes 4 numbers. And the last is A6. So that is how I figure it out, that A6 is 1. That is, the 6th term is 1. So this is given to us from the question, that the first term is 1 upon 32 and 6th term is 1. Now what we do is, we write A as 1 upon 32 and A6 as A r raised to 5 is equal to 1. Substitute the value for A in this particular equation. So here A is 1 upon 32. So we get 1 upon 32 into r raised to 5 is equal to 1. When we take 32 to the other side, it becomes r raised to 5 is equal to 32. Factorize 32. Now here we want power 5. So you have to understand that when you are writing this 32, you need to write in such a way that the power should be 5. So factorize it with 2. So you get 2, when you multiply 5 times, you get 32. So you have written this 32 in the form 2 raised to 5. Now if the indices are same, bases become same. So that is how you got r is equal to 2. Now once you have a as 1 upon 32 and r as 2, what you can do is, you can find the second term, third term, fourth term and the fifth term. So as you know that you have to go on multiplying the first term with r, then the second term with r. Similarly, what I have done is 1 upon 32 I have multiplied with r. So value of r is 2. So when I multiply, I get 2 ones are 2 16s. So that's how I got the value as 1 upon 16. For the third term, that is A3, I multiply second term with 2. Okay, that is r. So 2 ones are 2 8s are 16. So I get the value as 1 upon 8. For the fourth term, I multiply the third term with 2. So 1 upon 8 into 2, I got 1 upon 4. Now for the fifth term, I multiply the previous term with 2. So 1 upon 4 into 2, I get 1 upon 2. Okay, children. So now you know that the 4 terms between 1 upon 32 and 1 are 1 upon 16, 1 upon 8, 1 upon 4 and 1 upon 2. So now this is your final answer. Put it in the box. Okay, children. So I hope till here it's clear whatever we have done. Now we go to the next question. The next question says the sum of 3 numbers of a GP is 63. If 2, 7 and 21 are subtracted from these numbers in that order, they form an AP. Find the number. Now children, you have to understand that in this type of sum, only the sum is given, product is not given. So you are not going to use three terms as the middle term because it is odd. So you select A, then A, the previous term as A upon R, and the next term as A into R. You are not going to select the three numbers in that way. What you're going to do is you're going to write the sequence as we write A, then the next term is AR, then the next term AR square. So that way we are going to figure the three numbers. The reason is sum of three numbers is given, and then they have given that if these numbers are subtracted from the numbers in order, they form an AP. So that's the reason we'll see that we have selected sum of three numbers in GP 63, which is given to us. So we have selected the three terms in GPB A1, A2, A3, which we write as A. The next term as A into R, then the third term as AR square. Now we have to find these three numbers. Okay. So as the sum is given to us as 63, we substitute A plus AR square is equal to 63. Now we pull out A common. So we got 1 plus R square is equal to 63. Okay. So this becomes our equation number 1. Now in the second part they have said when 2, 7 and 21 are subtracted from these numbers, they form an AP. Now they are subtracted in sequence, means from the first term 2 is subtracted, from the second term 7 is subtracted, means AR minus 7, and from the third term 21 is subtracted, so AR square minus 20. Now as you know, when they are in AP, the common difference between the second term and you subtract the first term from that, the common difference, because it is AP, is going to be same as the difference between the third term and the second term. Means when you subtract the third and second term, whatever value you get, that is going to be same when you subtract the second term and the first term. So that's what I have written. Common difference are equal. So AR minus 7 minus A minus 2. AR square minus 21 minus bracket, because you're subtracting, so the sign is going to change. That's why I put bracket. AR minus 7. The reason it's a binomial term, so always put bracket when you're putting minus sign. The reason is the sign will change when you open the bracket. So AR minus 7 minus A, you're changing the sign now, minus into minus plus 2. AR square minus 21 minus AR minus into minus plus 7. Okay children, I hope till here is clear. Now here in the next slide, what we have done is AR. Okay, all the variables we have brought to one side. So here you can see AR minus A minus 5, AR square minus AR minus 14. So I have brought all the numbers and the variables together here. And then I have taken variable on the other side. So you can do either ways. Initially only you can take the number to the other side. So I arranged in the with the higher order of the index, and then in the decreasing order. So AR square first, which came here and became negative. What I have done is I've taken this to this side. So AR square is positive. When this AR is written, I have written minus AR, and when this AR goes to this side, it becomes minus AR. When this A go to this side, it becomes plus A. Minus 14 and this minus 5 go to this side, so it becomes plus 5 is equal to 0. So AR square minus AR and minus AR becomes minus 2AR plus A minus 14 plus 5 becomes minus 9 is equal to 0. So I keep this as AR square minus 2AR plus A, and this minus 9, when it goes to the other side, it becomes 9. Now what I do is I pull out A common. As you can see, A is common throughout. So when I pull A out, A common, I get in the bracket R square minus 2R plus 1 is equal to 9. Okay. So now this is equation 2. So I divide both equation 1 and 2. So A gets cancelled. And what I'm left with is R square plus R plus 1 upon R square minus 2R plus 1 is equal to 63 upon 9. Okay. So equation 1 on the right side has 63 and equation 2 has 9. So when I divide left hand side, I divide right hand side also. So 9 ones are 9, 7s are 63. Now what you can do is you can cross multiply. The reason is you cannot cancel anything. You cannot factorize it because as it is 1r, so you cannot factorize. So it's better that you cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, you get r square plus r plus 1. As you can see over here, this is in the numerator. Sorry. So this is in the 1. This is in the numerator, which I keep it as it is when it is multiplied by 1. And 7, you multiply this denominator. So here you can see r square plus r plus 1 remains on the left side. 7 into r square minus 2r plus 1. When you open the bracket, you get 7r square minus 14r plus 7. R, you take this to this side. So r square minus 7r square plus r minus 14. When it goes to this side, it becomes plus 14r plus 1 plus 7 goes to this side, becomes minus 7 is equal to 0. Now you get minus 6 r square plus 15r minus 6 is equal to 0. I don't want minus sign, for the first term. So what I do is I throughout change the sign. So I get 6r square minus 15r. This becomes plus. When you want to get rid of negative sign for the first term, what you do is throughout change the sign. So that is what is done. Now you can further simplify it. You can see that all the numbers can be divided by 3. So that is what I've done. I've divided with 3. So I got 2r square minus 5r plus 2 is equal to 0. Now I multiply 2, this which is there in the last term, and this 2. Sorry. So when I multiply, I got 2 into 2 as 4. So now I'll factorize 4, or it's no need to factorize because see what you can do is as it is plus here, you know that by adding you should get the middle term. So 4 ones are 4. So 4 and 1 when you add, you get the middle term. And both should be given negative sign because the middle term has negative sign and both the term gets the same sign. So 2r square minus 4r minus r plus 2 is equal to 0. Now from these two terms, pull 2r common. So you get bracket r minus 2. From these two terms, pull minus 1 common and you get same number in the same term in the bracket r minus 2. So then your factorization is correct, is equal to 0. Now what we have done is, sorry. So here you can see r minus 2 in one bracket and 2r minus 1 is equal to 0. So now here children, you can see that we have got r minus 2 in both the brackets. So then our factorization is correct. Now what we do is we will take we will be taking 2r minus 1, that is outside the bracket in one bracket, and r minus 2 in another bracket is equal to 0. So 2r minus 1 is equal to 0 or r minus 2 is equal to 0. So r is equal to 1 upon 2 or r is equal to 2. Now first let us substitute r is equal to 2 in one of the equation, but equation 1 is simpler, so we'll substitute in that. So we'll be getting a bracket r square plus r plus 1. So 2 square plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 63. 2 square is 4. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 1, 7. 7 is equal to 63. So now this 7, when we take it to the other side, multiplication will become division. So 63 upon 7, we'll get the value as 9. So if r is equal to 2, we get the value of a as 9. Okay, now once we go to the next part, r is equal to half if we are substituting, because we have got two values for r in equation 1. In the same equation we are substituting. So r square and half square will be 1 upon 4. R is half and 1. So we are equating the denominators. So you can see over here we have multiplied 2 in the numerator and the denominator. And here we have multiplied 4 with numerator and denominator. So we got 1 plus 2 plus 4 in the numerator upon 4, okay, is equal to 63. So 1 plus 2 plus 4, we got it as 7. 7 upon 4 is equal to 63. So that's the reason A is equal to, when we take this 7 upon 4 to the other side, it becomes 63 into 4 upon 7. 7 ones are 7, 9s are 63. 9 into 4, we got the value of A as 36. So now we have got two values for R and two values for A. So the three terms, as we had figured it out as A, AR, AR square. So if you see 9, A is the first term. When we multiply 9 into 2, we get 18. 18 into R, that is 2. 18 into 2, we got 36. So that is what we have got in the first case when R is 2 and A is 9. The three terms as 9, 18 and 36. And when R is half and A is 36, then we get three terms as A first term 36, A into R, that is 36 into half as 18, and then 18 into half, that is what we have got as 9. So I hope till here, children, everything is clear. So that is how we have done all the sums now. Practice more and more sums. Thank you, children.